Scientists have unearthed compelling evidence suggesting that the Martian crust harbors enough water to potentially fill entire oceans.
NASA's Mars rover has just uncovered ancient rock formations in the Valinor Hills that could contain undeniable evidence of past life on Mars, and what's been revealed might be a terrifying glimpse into Earth's own future. Hidden in these shocking new images are clues that suggest Mars was once alive, and the planet's sudden collapse could be a warning for us all. What does this discovery mean for the future of Earth? Join us, because what comes next might turn everything you know upside down. Evolution of Mars. Exploration. Mars has always been a planet that fascinates humanity. For centuries, ancient astronomers looked up at the red planet, watching its strange movement through the night sky, wondering if there was more to this distant world. But it wasn't until the 20th century that humans got the tools to start answering those questions. The first real step came in 1964, when NASA launched Mariner 4, the first successful mission to Mars. This spacecraft didn't land, but flew by the planet, sending back the very first close-up images of Mars. What those images revealed was a cratered, moon-like surface, completely changing how people thought about Mars. Next came the Viking missions in the 1970s. Viking 1 and 2 were the first missions to land successfully on Mars, marking a huge milestone. These landers sent back detailed pictures and data, even conducting experiments to search for life. While the results were inconclusive, Viking laid the foundation for the missions that followed. In the 1990s, NASA upped its game with the Pathfinder mission, which carried a small, six-wheeled rover named Sojourner. This rover became the first to move around on the Martian surface, studying rocks and soil. The success of Sojourner showed that exploring Mars wasn't just possible, it opened the door to even bigger projects. Then came the twin rovers, Spirit and Opportunity, in 2004. These rovers were expected to last about 90 days, but they kept going for years. Opportunity, in particular, found evidence of ancient water on Mars, which was a huge discovery. The idea that Mars once had water meant the planet might have supported life long ago. In 2011, NASA launched the Curiosity rover. This high-tech rover landed in Gale Crater and started exploring, looking for signs of habitability. Curiosity discovered organic molecules and evidence of past water, showing that Mars had the right conditions for life at some point in its history. This rover's success paved the way for the next major step, the Perseverance mission. Launched in 2020, Perseverance took Mars exploration to a whole new level, with tools specifically designed to search for ancient life. Now, the search continues. Next, we'll see how Curiosity and Perseverance have transformed our understanding of Mars. The role of Curiosity and Perseverance in Mars exploration. The Curiosity rover has played a huge role in Mars exploration. It landed in Gale Crater back in 2012, a location chosen because scientists believed it once held water, and possibly life. The mission of Curiosity was to find out if Mars ever had the right conditions to support life, and the discoveries it made have been fascinating. One of Curiosity's most significant findings was the detection of organic molecules in ancient Martian rocks. Organic molecules contain carbon, which is a key building block for life. Finding them on Mars was a huge deal because it suggests that Mars might have had the necessary ingredients for life at some point in its past. Curiosity drilled into the Martian surface, analyzed the rock samples, and confirmed the presence of these molecules. But that's not all. Curiosity also discovered evidence of ancient water in the form of minerals and rock formations that could only have formed in water-rich environments. This discovery strengthened the idea that Mars was once a much wetter planet, possibly with rivers and lakes that flowed billions of years ago. Another surprising find was the detection of fixed nitrogen in Martian rocks. Nitrogen is essential for life, but it needs to be in a specific form that living organisms can use. The discovery of fixed nitrogen on Mars is a clue that the planet might have had the right chemical ingredients for life at some point in its history. Curiosity didn't stop there. It used its advanced instruments to analyze the soil, rocks, and even the atmosphere of Mars, searching for any signs of past life. While no definitive evidence of life has been found yet, Curiosity's discoveries have shown that Mars was once habitable, even if life never actually took hold. Now, let's talk about Perseverance, the newest member of NASA's Mars exploration team. Perseverance was launched in 2020 and landed in Jezero Crater in February 2021. Jezero Crater was chosen because scientists believe it was once home to an ancient lake. This makes it a prime location to search for signs of ancient microbial life. Perseverance's mission is similar to Curiosity's, but with even more advanced technology. It's specifically designed to study ancient environments on Mars, especially places where water might have existed. The rover has already started exploring the floor of Jezero Crater, looking for signs that life could have once thrived in this long-gone lake. One of Perseverance's coolest features is its ability to collect and store rock samples. These samples will be kept on Mars until a future mission brings them back to Earth, where scientists can study them in even more detail. This will be the first time that Martian rock samples are returned to Earth, which could provide definitive answers about whether life ever existed on Mars. Another groundbreaking feature of Perseverance is its MOXIE technology. MOXIE stands for Mars Oxygen In Situ Resource Utilization Experiment, and it's a device that's designed to produce oxygen from Mars's thin atmosphere, which is mostly made of carbon dioxide. This technology is incredibly important because it could pave the way for future human missions to Mars. If astronauts are ever going to live on Mars, they'll need oxygen to breathe, and MOXIE is the first step toward making that happen. In one of its tests, MOXIE successfully produced oxygen, proving that it's possible to generate breathable air on Mars. Both Curiosity and Perseverance have expanded our understanding of Mars in ways that were unimaginable just a few decades ago. They've shown that Mars was once a much more Earth-like planet, with water, organic molecules, and potentially even the right conditions for life. And with Perseverance's ongoing mission, we're getting closer and closer to finding out whether Mars once hosted life. Now, let's uncover the shocking discovery made by Perseverance in the Valinor Hills. The discovery, the Valinor Hills, and shocking new footage. In 2024, NASA's Perseverance rover made a discovery that left scientists and space enthusiasts alike stunned. Since its landing in Jezero Crater in 2021, Perseverance has been exploring Mars, sending back incredible visuals and scientific data. But nothing prepared anyone for what the rover would uncover in the region known as the Valinor Hills. This once unexplored territory turned out to be one of Mars's most stunning landscapes, revealing shocking new details about the planet's ancient past. The Valinor Hills are located in a remote part of Jezero Crater, a place that scientists believe once hosted a massive lake. Until Perseverance arrived, no mission had ever ventured into this area. The footage that came back from the rover was nothing short of breathtaking. Towering rock formations, steep slopes, and jagged cliffs painted an alien yet mesmerizing picture of Mars. These visuals were unlike anything captured on the planet before, making the Valinor Hills feel both eerily familiar and completely foreign at the same time. What really caught the world's attention was the sheer otherworldly beauty of the landscape. The steep slopes of the hills rise sharply from the Martian surface, creating dramatic shadows and contrasts in the thin Martian atmosphere. The jagged rock formations look like something straight out of science fiction, their sharp edges casting long, eerie shadows as the sun moves across the horizon. It's a place that feels untouched and mysterious, as if hiding ancient secrets within its rugged terrain. The cliffs and ridges have a layered, textured appearance, which has led scientists to believe they may contain sedimentary rocks that could hold critical clues to Mars' past. These images, sent back by Perseverance, stunned not only the scientific community but also the public. Millions of people around the world were captivated by this glimpse into another world. The Valinor Hills have been compared to some of Earth's most dramatic landscapes, places like the Grand Canyon or Monument Valley. But while there's a certain familiarity to the shapes and colors, the strangeness of the landscape cannot be overlooked. Mars's thinner atmosphere gives everything a harsher, more desolate look. The light is different. The shadows are longer, and the colors, shades of deep red, orange, and brown, are more intense, making this alien landscape feel even more mysterious. But as awe-inspiring as the visuals are, there's something unsettling about what Perseverance may have uncovered. Scientists have been speculating that the rock formations in Valinor Hills could date back to Mars's wettest era, billions of years ago, when water flowed freely across the planet's surface. The potential age of these rocks raises some incredible questions. Could these ancient hills hold secrets from Mars' past? Could they reveal signs that life once existed on this barren planet? The terrifying possibility lies in the very nature of the rocks themselves. These formations are believed to be sedimentary, which means they were likely formed by layers of material deposited by water over time. On Earth, sedimentary rocks are where we often find fossils of ancient life, preserved for millions or even billions of years. If the same process happened on Mars, it means that the Valinor Hills could contain fossils or chemical signatures of ancient microbial life. This kind of discovery would change everything we know about life beyond Earth. Early indicators from the minerals and compounds found in the Valinor Hills suggest that this region may have been shaped by ancient rivers or lakes. The presence of certain minerals, like clay and carbonates, points to the fact that water likely flowed here billions of years ago. If that's true, then the hills could have been part of a much larger water system, an ideal environment for life to develop. What makes this discovery even more dramatic is the fact that these rock formations might hold evidence of preserved microbial life. Scientists are carefully studying the samples and data sent back by Perseverance, looking for any signs of biosignatures, traces of organic molecules or patterns in the rock that could only have been created by biological processes. If they find these signs, it would be definitive proof that life once existed on Mars. And if life existed on Mars, then the chances of life existing elsewhere in the universe increase dramatically. This discovery has shaken the scientific community because we may be on the verge of answering one of humanity's oldest questions. Are we alone in the universe? The Valinor Hills represent a major breakthrough in our search for life beyond Earth. If these rocks do contain evidence of ancient life, it means that Mars was once a living planet, not so different from Earth billions of years ago. As Perseverance continues to explore this region, more information will emerge. But one thing is clear: the Valinor Hills have already rewritten what we thought we knew about Mars. This region could be the key to unlocking the secrets of Mars's past, its climate, and its potential to support life. What the rover has uncovered here is more than a scientific curiosity. It's a game changer for humanity's understanding of the universe and our place in it. The real mystery lies in what these ancient rocks can reveal about Mars's past. Analysis of the discovery. What do the Valinor Hills tell us? The discovery of the Valinor Hills by NASA's Perseverance rover has provided scientists with a wealth of new information about Mars, and it's changing what we know about the planet. The science behind this discovery focuses on the sedimentary rock formations found in the region and why these rocks are so important in the search for life on Mars. Sedimentary rocks are crucial because they form in environments that once had water. On Earth, these rocks are created when layers of sediment, like mud, sand, or clay, build up over time, often in rivers, lakes, or oceans. As these layers are compressed, they form solid rock, trapping anything that was living or present in the water at the time. If Mars had a similar process, these sedimentary rocks in the Valinor Hills could hold signs of past microbial life. They could contain fossils or chemical signatures that would give us direct evidence that life once existed on Mars. But the layering and erosion patterns found in the Valinor Hills tell us more than just the possibility of life. These patterns reveal a lot about Mars's ancient climate. The layers of rock show that Mars once experienced periods of water flow, with rivers and lakes that shaped the landscape. The way these layers are built up suggests that Mars went through cycles of wet and dry conditions, similar to what we see in desert environments on Earth. This means Mars wasn't always the cold, dry desert it is today. It was once much warmer and had liquid water on its surface for extended periods. What's even more intriguing is that the erosion patterns, which have exposed these layers over time, suggest that Mars experienced significant climate changes. The erosion likely occurred as the planet's environment dried up and its atmosphere thinned, leaving the surface exposed to the harsh conditions we see today. The geological features found in the Valinor Hills, including what appear to be ancient river channels, are clear evidence that water once flowed across the planet billions of years ago. These channels, along with the sedimentary rocks, paint a picture of a planet that was once much more Earth-like, with lakes, rivers, and potentially even life. But this discovery also raises some unsettling questions about Mars's past and its potential future. One of the most concerning aspects of the Valinor Hills is the possibility that Mars experienced a climate collapse. Billions of years ago, Mars had a thick atmosphere that allowed liquid water to exist on its surface. But at some point, the planet's atmosphere began to thin, possibly due to the loss of its magnetic field, which exposed the planet to solar winds that stripped away its atmosphere. As the atmosphere thinned, Mars lost its ability to hold on to water, and the planet dried up, becoming the barren landscape we see today. This leads to a terrifying possibility. Could Mars's fate be a warning for Earth? Mars was once a planet with water and potentially life, but something caused it to lose its atmosphere and become uninhabitable. The same processes that caused Mars's atmosphere to collapse could happen on Earth if we don't take care of our environment. Climate change on Earth is already causing shifts in weather patterns, rising sea levels, and extreme temperatures. If Earth's atmosphere were to weaken or change dramatically, it could lead to catastrophic consequences for life on our planet. The discovery of the Valinor Hills has sparked concern because it shows how fragile a planet's environment can be. The evidence that Mars once had a warmer, wetter climate but then experienced a massive climate collapse suggests that planetary environments can change dramatically over time. Mars may serve as a cautionary tale for humanity, reminding us of the importance of protecting Earth's environment before it's too late. The layers of rock and ancient river channels in the Valinor Hills are providing scientists with a better understanding of Mars's ancient climate. But they're also serving as a potential warning sign for our own future. Mars lost its ability to support life billions of years ago, and this discovery raises the question, could the same thing happen to Earth? But Ingenuity played a critical role in making this discovery possible. Let's see how. The role of Ingenuity in the discovery. Ingenuity, the Mars helicopter, has played a vital role in the exploration of the Valinor Hills, and is one of the key reasons Perseverance was able to make this incredible discovery. When NASA first sent Ingenuity to Mars, it was meant to be a short-term experiment to see if controlled flight was even possible in Mars's thin atmosphere. But after proving itself in just a few flights, Ingenuity quickly became a scout for Perseverance, providing invaluable support as the rover explored Mars's rugged landscape. One of Ingenuity's greatest contributions was its ability to perform aerial reconnaissance, giving scientists and engineers a perspective they'd never had before. While Perseverance could only see what was directly in front of it, Ingenuity's aerial view allowed the team to map out paths and find safe routes for the rover. This was particularly crucial when it came to exploring rough terrain like the Valinor Hills, where the steep slopes and jagged rocks could have made navigation too risky for the rover alone. Ingenuity's bird's-eye view helped identify obstacles and find the best way forward, allowing Perseverance to reach these previously untouched areas. Ingenuity's role in the Valinor Hills exploration can't be understated. Without its ability to fly over the rugged landscape and provide detailed visuals, Perseverance might not have been able to access these critical regions. With over 72 successful flights under its belt, Ingenuity has far exceeded its original mission, pushing the boundaries of what's possible on Mars and opening up new possibilities for future planetary exploration. Its groundbreaking performance has shown just how valuable aerial scouting can be, and it has become an essential part of Mars exploration, enabling discoveries that were once out of reach. With Ingenuity's help, we're closer to understanding if life ever existed on Mars. The implications of the discovery. Life on Mars? The discovery of the Valinor Hills has reignited one of the biggest questions in space exploration. Could life have existed on Mars? This question has been at the heart of NASA's Mars missions for decades. But with the new findings from Perseverance, it feels like we're closer than ever to answering it. So, what does this discovery mean for the possibility of life on Mars? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about biosignatures. Biosignatures are chemical or physical indicators that could point to the presence of life, either in the past or present. These could be specific organic molecules, patterns in rock formations, or even isotopic ratios that are associated with biological processes. Perseverance's tools are designed to search for these biosignatures. One of its key instruments, Sherlock, scanning habitable environments with Raman and luminescence for organics and chemicals, is carefully scanning the rocks in the Valinor Hills, looking for these clues. Sherlock can detect organic compounds, which are the building blocks of life, as well as minerals that might have formed in water-rich environments. Along with Sherlock, the Pixel instrument, planetary instrument for X-ray lithochemistry, is studying the fine details of the rocks at a microscopic level, helping scientists analyze the chemical composition in unprecedented detail. One of the most exciting aspects of this discovery is the potential to find organic molecules in Mars's rock formations. Organic molecules are carbon-based compounds that are critical to life as we know it. If Perseverance detects these molecules in the Valinor Hills, it could indicate that Mars once had the right conditions for life. It's important to note, though, that organic molecules can form through non-biological processes too. So, while their presence would be exciting, it wouldn't necessarily prove that life existed on Mars. That's why Perseverance's tools are looking for a combination of factors: organic molecules, water-formed minerals, and other biosignatures that together could paint a clearer picture of Mars's past. But what would it mean if Perseverance did find signs of past life on Mars? This would be one of the most groundbreaking discoveries in human history. It would mean that life is not unique to Earth. For centuries, humans have wondered if life exists elsewhere in the universe, and finding even the tiniest traces of microbial life on Mars would suggest that life could be common throughout the cosmos. If life managed to emerge on both Earth and Mars, two neighboring planets, it raises the possibility that life could exist in many other places too. Perhaps it's not as rare as we once thought. This discovery would also challenge our understanding of life's resilience. If life existed on Mars, it would mean that life can thrive in environments far different from those on Earth. Mars, with its thin atmosphere, extreme cold, and high radiation levels, seems like an inhospitable place today. But billions of years ago, when Mars had flowing rivers and lakes, it could have supported life. Finding evidence of life on Mars would show that life can adapt to a wider range of environments than we ever imagined. Now, let's look at what comes next in the search for life. Perseverance has already begun collecting rock samples from the Valinor Hills and other parts of Jezero Crater. These samples are being carefully stored in sealed containers, waiting for a future mission to bring them back to Earth. This mission, called the Mars Sample Return, is a joint effort between NASA and the European Space Agency. It's expected to launch in the late 2020s and will involve multiple spacecraft working together to retrieve the samples and send them back to Earth. Once these samples arrive, scientists will be able to study them using the most advanced technology available. While Perseverance has incredible tools on board, the instruments here on Earth are even more powerful. By analyzing these samples in laboratories, scientists will be able to look for biosignatures with even greater precision. They'll be able to run experiments that are impossible to do on Mars, giving us a clearer understanding of whether life ever existed on the red planet. But there's another intriguing possibility to consider. If Perseverance finds evidence of microbial life on Mars, it opens up a whole new set of questions. Could more complex life forms have evolved at some point? It's possible that life on Mars began with microbes, just like it did on Earth. On Earth, microbial life eventually gave rise to more complex organisms, plants, animals, and eventually, humans. Could the same have happened on Mars? While we don't expect to find Martian animals wandering the surface, the idea that Mars might have hosted more complex life in its distant past is a possibility that can't be ruled out. Of course, there's also the unsettling thought that if life once thrived on Mars, it's now extinct. This leads to a deeper question. What happened to Mars? Why did its environment change so dramatically? At one time, Mars had a thick atmosphere, liquid water, and possibly life. But today, it's a cold, barren desert. If life did exist on Mars, something caused it to die out. Could the same thing happen to Earth? Mars's climate collapse offers a potential cautionary tale for us here on Earth. Billions of years ago, Mars lost its atmosphere, possibly due to solar winds stripping it away after the planet lost its magnetic field. As the atmosphere thinned, Mars became too cold to support liquid water, and its surface dried out. If life existed, it may have been wiped out by these changes. This raises the chilling question. Could Earth's atmosphere be at risk too? While Earth is vastly different from Mars, we're facing our own environmental challenges, including climate change and the degradation of our atmosphere. The discovery of ancient life on Mars, followed by its extinction, could serve as a stark reminder of the importance of protecting our own planet. Mars shows us that a once habitable world can become uninhabitable, and it's up to us to ensure that doesn't happen to Earth. Finally, there's the question of what this discovery means for humanity's future on Mars. If life once existed on the planet, it could change the way we think about human exploration and colonization. For years, scientists and engineers have been working on the idea of sending humans to Mars to live and work there. But if life once existed, or still exists, on Mars, we'll need to carefully consider how we interact with the planet. The discovery of life would raise important ethical questions about whether we should alter Mars' environment, or whether we should focus on preserving it as a kind of planetary park, protecting its history and potential life forms. Now, we will explore how this discovery will shape the future of Mars missions and human exploration. How this discovery impacts future Mars missions. The discovery of the Valinor Hills is set to reshape the future of Mars exploration in significant ways. NASA's future missions to Mars will be deeply influenced by the new insights gained from this previously unexplored region, making it a key area for future study and even human exploration. With its rugged terrain, towering rock formations, and evidence of ancient water activity, the Valinor Hills could become one of the prime targets for human exploration. As NASA continues to plan for sending humans to Mars, this region may serve as a critical location for setting up a base of operations. The geological features of the Valinor Hills make it an ideal place to search for resources that could support human missions. Scientists believe the area could contain water ice deposits just beneath the surface, which could be used for drinking water, oxygen production, and even rocket fuel, all essential for sustaining astronauts on Mars. The selection of landing sites will be influenced by discoveries like these. The Valinor Hills, with its potential scientific value and resource availability, could be one of the top candidates for future crewed landings. It's not just about science anymore. Understanding Mars's past climate helps predict the conditions that astronauts might face. Learning how Mars's atmosphere thinned and its environment became harsh will be crucial for preparing future missions. For example, Mars's fluctuating temperatures and dust storms could create challenges for astronauts, and the data collected in this region can help inform how to build durable habitats and life support systems. In terms of technological advancements, Perseverance has been a game changer. The MOXIE experiment, which successfully produced oxygen from Mars's atmosphere, offers a promising future for human survival on the red planet. Scaling up this technology could allow astronauts to generate the oxygen they need for breathing and fuel right from the Martian air, reducing the amount of supplies that need to be transported from Earth. This breakthrough shows how future missions could become more self-sustaining. Another critical advancement is the role of Ingenuity, the Mars helicopter. Ingenuity has already proven the value of aerial exploration, showing how lightweight aircraft can scout the landscape, locate interesting areas, and assist rovers with navigation. This discovery opens the door to expanded use of aerial vehicles on future missions, especially in regions like the Valinor Hills, where the terrain is too rough for rovers alone to navigate. Future helicopters or drones could survey vast areas, allowing scientists to gather data quickly and efficiently, and even assist human missions by scouting paths or delivering small payloads. The discovery of the Valinor Hills will also have a major impact on NASA's Mars Sample Return program, a mission designed to bring Martian rock samples back to Earth. Based on what Perseverance has found in the region, the most promising samples, those most likely to contain signs of past life, can be prioritized. These rocks, especially the sedimentary formations in the Valinor Hills, are exactly the kind of samples scientists hope to study in detail on Earth, as they may hold the key to answering whether Mars ever supported life. Finally, let's see how Mars's history could be a warning for Earth's future. Could this discovery change Earth's future? The discovery of the Valinor Hills on Mars could be a powerful wake-up call for Earth's future. As more data comes in, scientists are finding striking parallels between Mars's past and the current state of Earth. Mars, once believed to have been rich with water, and possibly even life, underwent a dramatic shift that left it the cold, barren planet it is today. The question is, could Earth be heading down a similar path? Mars's atmospheric collapse serves as a cautionary tale. Billions of years ago, Mars had a thicker atmosphere that supported flowing rivers and lakes. But over time, its atmosphere was stripped away by solar winds, causing water to disappear and making the planet inhospitable to life. The terrifying reality is that Mars may represent what could happen to Earth if we don't address our own environmental challenges. With climate change intensifying, the parallels between Earth and Mars have become hard to ignore. As Earth's climate continues to change, the discovery on Mars is a stark reminder that planetary conditions can shift dramatically. Rising temperatures, melting ice caps, and extreme weather patterns on Earth show signs that we are pushing our planet's systems to the brink. Could Mars's fate one day mirror our own? It's a question that looms larger as we see how fragile planetary atmospheres can be. This discovery isn't just about Mars, it serves as a warning sign for humanity. If a planet that was once possibly thriving with water and life can transform into a dry, lifeless desert, what does that mean for Earth's future? The lessons from Mars remind us that the time to act is now. Understanding how Mars lost its atmosphere and water may hold the key to preventing a similar catastrophe here on Earth. The stakes couldn't be higher for the future of our own planet. Could Mars's fate one day be Earth's reality? What do you think this discovery means for our future? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest videos. For more fascinating content, check out the next video on your screen.